In this webinar, what we want to do is look at the exclusion of lists tool function that's inside of the My Lists, and we're going to kind of do this in conjunction with a template that we created in the last webinar. So if you haven't looked at the last webinar yet, it might be a good time to look at that first, where we created a hardcover new arrivals fiction list that we want to deliver to us every week. And what we want to look in this webinar quickly is how you can use this in conjunction with excluding your previous lists. And the reason why you might want to do that is if you have shopped our website on a regular basis, you would realize how much new product that we've got coming in. We're sorting, hundreds of pallets every week from a lot of times from the same publishers over and over again, because we have contracts with them to get all their returns. So we get a lot of duplication of product that comes in on a regular basis. So maybe there's, after you've reviewed a list, you've seen all the product on it, the next list that comes in from you on a new arrivals list, you don't want to see all those same titles over and over again. So in using the list exclusion tool, this will allow you to sort of curate that list down a bit, get it a little more focused on things that you haven't seen, and you won't have to look at the same things over and over again. So again, once we're in the My Lists section, you have to log in first and get into the My List section. We're going to look at this template that we already created for our hardcover new arrivals fiction. And what we're going to do is go ahead and edit this to include now the list exclusion. So this is the one page where you can go ahead and make modifications to anything that you haven't done before. So we'll go to the exclude lists and we're going to edit that. So what we're going to do is then we would go over to the template that we've already created. So this is this list, our new arrivals fiction that we're having sent to us every week. And what we want to do is we want to exclude. And by clicking on that and clicking on all, basically this is going to exclude everything that's coming out from previous lists that was sent to us. So we're only going to see new things that we haven't viewed. So this is going to really cut out all of that product on previous lists, and it's going to really tighten your list up a lot. Now maybe what it is you don't want to look at it, you don't want it always excluding everything. Maybe in a month or so you might want to see some of that product again that was on the previous lists. So maybe what you want to do, instead of excluding all the lists from all time, you want to just set a time span on it. So maybe you say, okay, what I'd like to do is just change that to product that came in the last month. So if it's been over a month since that product came in, I wouldn't mind looking at it again, because maybe things change and maybe I would want to buy that title now. So I don't want to exclude it forever and ever, but maybe just a month is what I want to do to take it back, or maybe I want to change that to a couple months back, so I can change that to 2 months or whatever. So you can play around with the time span on that to exclude out those that product from your list. And then this will help again to sort of narrow down that list, show you the product that you haven't seen. Works really well in conjunction with the new arrivals. So you're getting these lists coming every week. It's all the new product. Now I'm going to start to clean out some of that repetitive product that I've seen off of previous lists. And in doing that, again, we're just trying to help you create lists that are going to be more impactful for you. You're looking at things you haven't seen before, and this is going to really help save you some time if you use this tool. Other ways that you can use this, maybe you've created custom lists for yourself and you want to remove some of those custom lists. Maybe you are getting lists sent to you regularly from a sales rep and you don't want to have those lists showing up on this new one that you've created. So there's an ability here now for you to sort of, again, when you're creating your list, to sort of modify what it is that you want to see. So again, we encourage you to play around with this and to get your parameters set for you, so that in using the My Lists tool, that it will be as effective for you as possible.